Hey!
Hey Zoe!
Hello!
I'm Csaba, I sent the email. Nice to see you and nice to hear you. Can you hear us clearly? Is the picture good?
Quite clearly, yeah.
Cool, alright. Then I pass on the word to Zoran, András, Csongor.
Hi Zoe.
Hi.
So I will tell you that you was awarded by prize. I don't know if you know.
I'm super honored, super honored. I'm so sad that I'm not able to be here.
And we are also very sad that you cannot be here. You know that before in March we had an event when together with 70 students picked up the best works, and you were between them, and I think that they will put a lot of questions about your work, because it was really interesting, and even afterwards they were talking a lot of about this work, and we are again very sad that you couldn't manage to come here, and we are sad that we were not able to contact your colleague.
Aline.
Yes, the performer of.
I think she just had a kid and I think she's a bit another planet. She's kind of a real fairy, so...
Yes, we know that already. Okay, so.
How did you find her?
It's a friend of mine, and actually at the beginning I wrote the part for an older actress, but when I started the casting I thought it gave too much a social and precarious aspect of the character, and for a long time I wanted to work with Aline, and so I told her, okay, you're way too young for this character, but I want to try. Are you okay? And we did it, and in 10 minutes I was certain that it was her.
You were persuaded. But in real life, she is a kind of personality which is in the film, no? I mean, very similar.
In the real life, story?
Her personality it's
Yeah.
very much like
It's not similar. No, it's not similar at all. She's living in the countryside with her 2 and now 3 children. And she's crazy, of course, but she's not that, punk and rage personality. She's kind of smooth, but she has an amazing imagination. When we've done the casting, we've done some improv. And I was amazed the way she has an entire universe in her mind, and I don't know from where she gets that. But she's really different from this girl. She doesn't drink, well, not that much. She don't smoke. She eats her vegetables from her garden.
Van kérdésetek? How did you come with the idea of the film? I mean, you had in your mind this story for a long time?
Yeah, for a long time. At first I had the character. I was asking to myself, in that shitty world, if fairies were still living, how would they be? And so I started to depict this kind of result of our monstrous world, with our lack of faith, our lack of relationship to holiness, whatever it is. And so with this character, I started to think that, it would be interesting if it's a fake documentary to question our relationship to this belief. Is she crazy? Is she really a fairy?
Was it difficult to find the finance for this film? I know it's a very technical question, but...
Long, but not difficult.
You don't have to
that we
personate
have
the
to-
people. Everybody loved
Sorry?
the project. Everybody loved the project.
I think some people were a bit afraid, but we had to get to the commission 3 times. So for a year we tried to have it, and then when they give us the money, the committee was, I think in majority, certain that it would be good. I think, but I can't speak for them.
But they feel that it's a kind of a risk. I mean, for them it was a
Yeah.
little bit risky. Because of you, or because of the subject, or because of the end of the film?
I don't know. I never had those kind of return from the people who gave us the money, so I don't really know. But it's true that it's not that typical Belgian films.
Yeah. Let's hear.
And we-
Okay. There are some guys, you know, they have some questions too.
Yeah, I have a question.
Maybe pass the microphone, please.
Sorry, wait a minute.
I'll try to have answers. I'm really sorry because my English is a bit rotten. I have the impression that I got soup in my mouth. I'm sorry.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I really liked the movie. It really had some amazing visuals, and the whole conception of this fake documentary that the guy follows the girl with the camera, and it's so good. How did you come up with the idea to tell this story in a fake documentary, and why did you choose this genre? I think, if you can call it.
To be perfectly honest, at the beginning, I had really crazy idea in mind that I would have never able to finance, because I wanted special effects everywhere, and at the beginning, making a fake documentary was financial. You get it? But more and more I was thinking about it, the more, as I was saying earlier, it makes sense because of the subject. Most of the time, people take this film as a social movie. For me, it's really about faith and magic that can be all around us. And so the old artistic design or wheel was about to be the more realistic possible. And I even was wondering if I wanted to do the special effect at the end, because I thought wouldn't be interesting that until the end we let the audience make their decision about her. But it would have been super sad, and I needed to, put some magic.
That's a good strategy, by the way.
Sorry?
I mean, that you just. Tu peux dire en français si tu as un peu de temps, si tu veux choisir.
Mais vous allez comprendre.
Ouais. Je vais essayer de traduire en fait.
Tu as un très
Je
bon
voulais
sens.
dire que c'était un très bon choc à la fin des effets spéciaux. C'est donner une vraie force au rapport de style avant. C'est ce qu'il avait voulu dire aussi. Bon, mais voilà,
Bien sûr, et puis ça donne une dimension très tragique, belle mais tragique.
Hello Zoe, I'm Zolan. I also wrote you some emails.
Ah, nice to meet you!
It was great that you mentioned the word fate. So, for me, your movie was all about fate. It was not about a fairy or a junkie. It was more about an artist for me who's got fate. And you can't take this fate from her because otherwise she disappears. So, thank you for this story. It was very symbolic and beautiful story for
Thank you
me.
very much.
What was inspiring you for this story? So, how did you find this story? When did you make up this story? Was it about artists or?
I was inspired by depression, I think. For me, cinema is really like a medicine, and it's a bit I don't know pretentious to say that, but at first I am writing film for my mental health because I need to escape this reality that for me doesn't have much sense, and the more it goes, the more it hasn't. So to have fun and to escape reality.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you find fake documentary? Do you like documentaries usually? Do you find something a documentary? You made a fiction movie in the style of a fake documentary, basically.
I think maybe it probably has an unconscious origin, because I've done a school here in Belgium which is really about documentary, cinéma du réel. I don't know what would be the translation.
Realistic cinema?
Yeah. And but during the time in the school, I thought that I wanted to do some movies that. Je vais parler en français.
Oui, vas-y,
Voilà.
vas-y.
En fait, je me suis rendu compte que pour moi, en tant que spectatrice, je me confrontais davantage à la réalité quand il y avait une forme de distanciation dans un récit. Et donc, paradoxalement, j'ai dessiné un cinéma qui était beaucoup plus fictionnel et beaucoup plus distancié que le cinéma documentaire ou le cinéma du réel.
Attends une seconde, hein.
Oui, vas-y. Bien sûr.
Szóval a lényeg annál, amit mondod, hogy nem volt igazából elégedett ezzel a dokumentumfiskolával, amit ott tanítottak, vagy amit egyetlen ezt a fajta nézőpontot, és sokkal inkább a fikcióhoz vonzódott inkább, és ezért próbált valamiféle köztes utat találni a kettő között. Vas-y, tu peux continuer.
Et donc, peut-être qu'il y a quelque part, ça m'a rattrapé inconsciemment d'avoir envie de mélanger les genres, de faire un film de genre, mais avec une grammaire qui est celle avec laquelle j'ai plutôt appris le cinéma, qui est une grammaire de cinéma direct, de caméra épaule, d'être...
Aha. És ezzel azt választotta, hogy tulajdonképpen megpróbálta összekombinálni ezt a kétféle lehetőséget, azt, hogy nagyon dokumentumfilmes nyelven beszél, de ugyanakkor fikcióban. És ez volt az, ami igazából neki kihívást jelentett ebben a dolgban. Oui?
Et du coup, c'est dans la pratique aussi de tournage, ça offre de tourner comme ça en équipe très légère, ça offre une liberté, presque une sauvagerie.
És ez a fajta stílus, hogy nagyon könnyű technikával tud dolgozni, nagyon rugalmas technikával tud dolgozni, ez megadja azt a szabadságot, meg azt a vadságot, amit igazából szeretett volna ezekben a filmekben megcsinálni. Oui? On est là? Est-ce qu'il y avait des improvisations sous le tournage? Il y avait des scènes qui sont complètement improvisées ou...
Très peu, c'est une grande frustration parce qu'on a manqué de temps, mais en fait c'est uniquement la scène avec le fonctionnaire, la scène où elle demande des allocations. Dans cette scène-là, on s'était autorisé 1 heure ou 2 de tournage avec de l'improvisation, donc il en reste un peu dans le montage, et sinon tout le reste c'est très écrit.
Azt kérdeztem tőle, hogy voltak-e improvizált részek ebben a filmben, és meglepő módon azt mondja, hogy nem, a legtöbb anyag az mind nagyon pontosan elő volt készítve. Voltak olyan esetek, ahol a helyszínhez képest változtatni kellett valamit, de tulajdonképpen a lényeg a filmnek, vagy azok az elemek, amik benne vannak, azok megtervezettek voltak. Merci.
Et
oui.
Je me permets de dire que c'est le premier... Pardon.
Non, vas-y.
C'est le premier film de Aline Mao qui joue Coco. C'est une actrice de théâtre. C'est la première fois qu'elle tournait au cinéma. Et c'est un exercice très compliqué parce qu'elle tourne tout le temps face caméra. Donc en plus avec son reflet dans la caméra. Et voilà, ça demande une technique quand même assez particulière. Et j'ai été très bluffée par son travail puisque c'était une première fois.
Érdekes, hogy ez a szereplő, aki ugye a kamerának a frontlencséje, ott volt egy ilyen, és mindig látta magát benne, és hát kicsit megnehezítette neki tulajdonképpen az, hogy ilyen nagyon spontán legyen. Il y a des autres questions, hein? On peut?
Bien sûr.
Yes, I can speak French, but I will try in English.
I understand.
So my question is, there is clearly a brilliant performance by the actress, and it kind of surprised me that there was no improvisation in the movie, and I want to ask you how hard was to instruct her, and like, are you happy with her work, and did she surprise you? Of course you're happy, but did she surprise you in some ways, or how was the work between the two of you? I'm curious about this.
Of course, I love her work. And I love her. I fell in love with her. I love her already, but I fell in love with the way she made Coco alive. And we started to. What is really cool with this kind of device is that we were able to rehearse in the street with just a phone, the two of us, and so we've done the whole movie like that several times, I think, and I was surprised because she gave the kind of a really rock and nervous dimension to the character, and then with that I started to make her some playlists, music playlists to listen before some movie scenes, and sometimes I had to direct her a lot for really precise things, and some other times it was magical because I only had to touch her in a certain way. I don't know how to express that with words in French or in English
Body language? It was a kind of body language?
No, I don't know, because I had to touch you and I really wish I could. But
have you worked with professional actors before? Because you said you studied documentary, so was this the first experience with professional actors? And how did you choose them, and how did you lead the actors? Like, how did you lead Merlin? Was he also an actor from theater, or how did you find him?
I mean,
Merlin. For example, Merlin with the very short, very short appearance, but very strong, perfect appearance. So, how did you find the professional actors for these roles?
Super funny. I found Merlin because when I was making les repérages, can you help me with the translation? When I was looking for the sets. When I was looking for the sets in Brussels,
location.
The location, thank you. I still haven't found my Merlin, and I saw this guy on a huge bicycle with his long beard and long hair, and I explained him the movie and asked him, "Hey, do you want to play Merlin?" Who has suffered a bit, and he was super thrilled, and he was so nice. The first time we've done the rehearsal before shooting, him and Aline were already I don't know, they had a hug and gave them little kisses. It was super sweet. And Julian, who plays Juan, the filmmaker, and who's also the set director, is also a friend of mine. And he played, but I don't know, when he was 8 for school or. So it was super easy because I think I also write this character thinking of him. So it was quite natural for him. Fun fact is that, of course, we needed Julian to be here while we were shooting, even if we don't see him. But he was so much in character, and we needed him to stay close to the real filmmaker. But he always escape and get close to Aline, so I always had to get back. And at one point we even wondering if we had to tie them up together so that he stopped running away from the camera. And so I think Merlin and Juan are the only one who are not professional actors. Yes.
And with the others,
Did I answer your question?
Yeah, half. But with the professional actors, how was your experience with professionals? Like, was it very easy? Did you study before leading
Super easy.
professional actors?
Yeah, super easy. But you know, this film is kind of a really family movie. And it wasn't real, but no, stuff happened like that. Laurent, who plays the fonctionnaire in the office, the guy in the office who is also a really good friend of mine. He's a director. He's a really good friend of Aline. He's the boyfriend of Julian. So the little girl on the bench is Aline's daughter. So it was really, and they're really good actors. So it wasn't difficult at all. It was frustrating because we wanted to try a lot of things because they're super inventive. So the difficulty was to get beyond frustration. In particular for improvisation, I wanted to do a lot more of improvisation.
I think it's because the story was so good and so clear that the actors love to play in it. So I mean, any artist can
Thank you
would
so
be
much.
happy to contribute in a story like this. They
Yeah.
understood, I think, deeply what was it about.
I hope, but they're also good actors. It's
Yeah.
not only because of the movie; they're really super good. And I can't wait. I really want to shoot with Aline again. I hope.
So you plan to make like a movie out of this story, or you have your next story? What is your next film?
I have a next story, but I think this one. I think in I don't know, maybe 10 or 20 years, I'd like to do a feature film with it because it's a story. When I finished this short movie, I really felt like I could die happy because it was something really important for me to express. But now, so I need to let it rest a bit and we'll find each other back in a few years. But now I'm writing on the really, really, really free adaptation of the Red Riding Hood.
Piroskáról szeretem. Piros és a farkas. Yeah, we know the story, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I think for this one I started to write a feature film, but I think it would take me 4 to 5 years, so I'm taking just a little part to do a short one because I need to shoot something sooner. I would like so much to be here sitting down with you.
Ben merci d'être venu, hein. C'était très très joli le film, vraiment, enfin, joli, surprenant, intéressant, original je dirais. Merci beaucoup. Et puis tous les étudiants ici, ils étaient, c'était le film une des plus populaires de le festival, je peux dire.
I'm
Merci
super.
beaucoup.
Thank you very, 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 very much.
Il y a
For
beaucoup
the
de salles
selection,
comme
for
ça.
your words, for your words. Thank you very much, really.
Ok.
I'll come another time. I cry easily, so
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye bye.
much.
bye.
Bye.